Hey guys, how are we doing? Let's just jump over to. I'm just going to change screens 1 second. There we go. Bear with me a second, guys. Okay, that's where we are for today. Let's have a look. I'm going to put a trading view on in 1 second. Big Harvey, good afternoon. Victorious, good afternoon. I'm just waiting for. Yeah, it's YouTube. Right, okay. So let's start from the top. Let's clear off all our analysis and we'll start again. So this morning, as we were looking at the live stream for members, what we'd seen and what we highlighted was yes, the structure from last week, and we highlighted that this big candle that I'm moving my cursor over right now was going to be the start of the next impulsive move higher, where we expected the market to test 4,200 and then run on and potentially fill the wick of the previous high. That happened on Monday. We broke out the highs, then we closed back pretty much where the market opened. And today, what we've seen is we've seen a little push up and then we've broken yesterday's low. So, based on the fact that we've broken yesterday's low, I feel like we could maybe see a little bit of a correction before we start to push higher. um, so, so I'm just looking at this as potential for market to move a bit lower. So I'm looking. Maybe we've done the move, I don't know, but we'll have a look. So if we look at this 4-hour structure, support is being formed here on the 4-hour. It's not yet confirmed because the current 4-hour candle is live, but we do have 4-hour resistance here. And the 4-hour trend is still in place because we have a low here, a high here, and it looks like this might be a higher low. So if that's going to be the case, maybe the trend will remain intact. Looking at the hourly, see something slightly different. We've got double top structure. We've then created a lower high and then we've broken the low. So the structure is now pointing to the downside on the lower time frame. So looking at this, I'm going to be looking for potential sells, I think, now on the 30 as we've come into area of interest that we highlighted this morning, which is this little zone here and here. So all we're going to look for is bearish candle, a push higher, and then we'll sell the low. So we don't have that yet. We don't have that yet. What time is it? 1:06. So we've got a few minutes yet before we can look for any particular opportunities. So we're sitting on the sidelines for now until the charts develop a little bit more. Jez, how are we doing? Usman, good afternoon. Slinky Dog, good afternoon. Trina, good afternoon. Hall Brothers, Sophie, Mrs. Smith, sorry, not Mr. Smith. Andrew Staggs, good afternoon. Vic Snazzle, Anna de Bolos, good afternoon. Well done on passing your 5%ers today, Anna. So another member hitting the ball out of the park yet again. Ethan, good afternoon. Welcome back. Mr. Liam, good afternoon. So Liam, one of our members, banked 12K last month. So well done, Liam. If you want to check him out, you'll see his updates on Insta at fx.12 with a TW. So you can check out his journey there. Honey Trades, good afternoon. Sweet Rose, good afternoon, and thanks for the like. Prem Tulsani, good afternoon, sir. Oh, everyone's jumping in today. Some surprise visits. So we're going to be looking for a potential sell on gold. So I'm going to let's change screens while I look for the sell. We've got 7 minutes yet, so a lot can change, but I'm going to go over to MT5 to get the screens changed. and just waiting on TikTok to change screens. It's always a nightmare. All right, YouTube, you should be over on MT5 now. We're gonna open calc. There we go. Display. There we go. Done. Okay, so let's switch this around. There we go. All right. I'm going to look for the market to drop. So let's bring this down here. All right, there's no order in yet, guys. There's no order in yet. But what I do need to check before I do anything is see what news we've got, if any, today. Tuesday. Nothing. Nothing of interest. Okay. So what we're going to look for here, guys, is this candle to close bearish. Anything like it is doing now. And then the next candle, we're going to wait for a push up and then we'll sell the low. G, good afternoon. Rog Kanang, good afternoon. Smiley face, whoever that is. Dehan, Falcon, Health and Wealth. Like it. Good afternoon. So we're gonna sit tight and wait to see what happens with this. But bias is looking for the sell. What chart is this? This is gold, 15 minutes. I don't have any orders in yet. We're just waiting. Want to wait to see how this candle closes. Black Duck Max, good afternoon. Jim, how are we doing? Impossible Head. Sasha, good afternoon. All right, so the importance of waiting for the candle to close is so we don't get caught and being impatient. Yes, it means you're going to miss a move sometimes, but as I say, I'd much rather miss a move than get into a move I don't want to be in. One you can cope with. The other one is like, how do we then deal with it? Upland, good afternoon. Thanks for joining in. So yeah, we're just sitting tight and we're not going to do anything at least for 4 minutes. So in 4 minutes, when this candle closes, we can make a decision. And if the 15 doesn't look a way that I'd want to trade, so I want it to close somewhere down here. I want a nice strong close on this candle. Then the next candle, I want it to push up. And if it pushes up, we'll place a sell stop underneath. This is the kind of finish that I would like to see to the candle. Raju, good afternoon. Amandu. All right, hold on. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to place that order now underneath the low of this candle because if we break the low, we're going to be an outside candle and I want to be in that partial TP. So I'll have a 20 pip first target and I'm going to do 50 pip second target. Now I've not placed the partial TPs yet. I'll place it one. Just wait for the trade to trigger. So if we trigger, we've got a huge outside candle. Now we're not triggered yet. You'll know because in the top right hand corner, you'll see some big orange and blue numbers. Blue means we're in positive, orange means it's negative. So we've got 2 minutes for the 15-minute candle to close. If the 15-minute candle closes like this, fantastic. If the 30-minute candle triggers us in the meantime, so be it. Oscar, good afternoon. How are we? Yes, guys, the lifetime. I'm giving out a free indicator to see where the buyers and sellers are. Thanks, Heidi, but no thanks. Indicators are for cars. Go post it on someone else's channel, please. Not being rude, but as you can see, my chart has works flawlessly. It's perfect. So does my system. Thank you. Not being rude, but there's no indicators here. So guys, if you are in for indicators and things like this things like that, this is the wrong channel. Yeah. Don't be coming here if you think I want to start showing you different things every day. It's going to be boring, it's going to be monotonous, but you can see by the stats, it works. 66 wins, 15 losses, 13 break evens, all on live stream since the 1st of August. So all I can say is if you do want fancy new things every day and you want to give those dopamine kicks an absolute blast, well, then go find another channel because you're not going to get that here. Nothing is for free. Sophie, are you not here? Am I charging you to be here? Hey Con, how you doing, buddy? The only thing you're paying to be here right now, Sophie, is your time. Now, if you want to be a member, then you pay for that. This I'm doing for free. It's all right. It's all right. But you're right, though. Nothing usually comes for free. I do this because A, I'm trading at this time anyway, and I'm using it as a shop window. So hopefully some of you want to become a member. Now look at the 15. The 15 is going to be perfect. So we've had a nice strong close. Okay, it's not below the level, but in order for us to get triggered after we've had this wick up, we've got to break through that low. So then as soon as we trigger, if we do trigger, what we're going to do is we're going to grab our stop loss here and we're going to move it as soon as we trigger to above the high. Now, if the high is here, we'll bring it down to there. So we're just going to wait. We have to wait until we get triggered. When we get triggered, then we can adjust the stop loss accordingly. No, 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 I'm not in a trade, right? I'm not in a trade. I just have a sell stop. So guys, if you are new to this live stream, anytime I'm in a trade, you will see in this top right-hand corner, so up here, you'll see some big orange or big blue numbers. When you see big blue numbers, the trade is in profit, and when you see big orange numbers, the trade is in negative. Hey, Tunk, where have you been, mate? Not seen you for a long time. You've been hiding. Tunk has been hiding, unless TikTok's been hiding me. Working. Oh man, I know that feeling. It's sometimes it just takes over your life, right? I got so much to do, and I only trade a few hours of the day. I trade first thing in the morning, I trade in the afternoon. And I've got so many things to do for socials, and I never get chance to do it. So today is going to be a day after I put the phone down here. I put the phone down. I'm going to try and do some videos for social media, um, and then we'll be can start getting that active again because I've been terrible with the social media. So if anyone does want to share any of this, please feel free. I'd love you to share it. Only if you think it's valuable enough to share to your fellow friends. But look, the setup we're looking for here is in the direction of a corrective move on the higher time frame, right? So we're looking for a corrective move on the higher time frame. Now, what we've seen, ignore these purple lines, right? These purple lines are going to be partial take profits should the market trigger us. So what we're looking for now is the market to come back down, break the low of that 30-minute candle. So effectively, as COMEX opens in the next 12 minutes, we should see a market movement. Now, if it's going to be to the upside, that doesn't matter. We'll look for some breakout longs, which I would look for above here. So if the market does push higher, I'm going to look for a breakout above 42.18, basically. That's where trading comes in. Hey guys, take some advice from this. Hey, thanks, Tung, much appreciated. Uh, how we did now? Remember, guys, there's no giveaway this week. There's no giveaway this week. The next giveaway will be next week on Tuesday. Tuesday. What am I talking about? Tuesday. Next Monday, there will be a giveaway next Monday, and that's going to be for a 1 hour one-to-one session with me. So if you haven't yet entered the giveaway, you can do that by clicking on. Why do I never have the? Oh, let's see. Are we going to get triggered? Let's see that. Let's see that move. And ooh, close. Yes, I always use around 3 pips spread. Even though my spread, as you can see right now, is 0.1 pips, 0.8, 0. So that's what I'd say. So I always use like 3 pips. I just give it a little bit of wiggle room. Remus, thank you for sharing the stream. Much appreciated. Tunk back to work. Bartulka got triggered. Okay. You're gonna have to manage the trade now. So think about how you're gonna manage it. As soon as it breaks this high, I'd probably close half off. But I would like to think you're gonna be all right. Next couple of minutes, we're gonna see a move. Anna's got triggered. So there'll be a move in the next couple of minutes, guys. And we're hitting TPs. So guys, while you're here, duh, duh, duh. Thanks, Remus. Yeah, what you see is what you get. There you go, Con, link for you. You get 100% deposit bonus on that. Now, you're not going to see telephone numbers here, guys. You're not going to see me trading 100 lots, 90 lots like you do a lot of social media people. You just see constant where we are. Fingers crossed we get the moves that we want. What's the point of the bonus? Well, You tell me. The bonus lasts, I think, on your personal account will be 30 days. It's just a way of you obviously being able to trade at slightly more than you would be able to. So it gives you an opportunity to potentially build some P&L on your account early stages. But if you don't want it, don't have it. Makes no odds to me or the broker. Just tell them you don't want it. And if you make money, the profit's all yours. All right, interesting. Little spin here. Look at that. Fractions. What was the low? And say you make money, how much can you take off that? I don't know what you mean. How much can you take off that? The profit's all yours if that's what you're asking. No, no, you don't have to give them any of the profit. It's all yours. Profit's yours. It's just a 30-day thing where they're just allowing you to get more capital to hopefully build up a bit more of a buffer for when you start. So it works well. It works well for those that want it. Obviously, you don't have to have it. You can tell them you don't want it. Hmm. Come on, drop. Looking like a loss for you in it via the spread. Ah, Big Harvey. Sorry, bro. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. Listen, guys, ask questions. This is what I'm here for. It's complete transparency. Look, when you have spreads, look, mine's at zero. It was at zero there. Zero point 0.0 under a pip. Zero. It's at zero. So when your spread is at zero, that makes it a lot more achievable for you to hit your 10, your 15 pip target. So always think about how much if you're day trading, you want your spreads as tight as possible. So where you see spreads bigger, so I don't know, eToro or places like that, um, or even any, I mean, prop firms will always make the spreads a bit wider, and that's because they want to make it a little bit more difficult for you, right? Um, yeah, exactly, Harvey. Now, the objective, you want to make it as simple as possible for you to make money, and the best way you can do that is by the tightest spreads possible. The bigger the spread, either the the broker's being a bit awkward, or the person that's sharing any links is about 4 pip spread. Who's that with? Or the person that shared the link with you has put margin on it so that they can make more profit. Now, I always want the best conditions for my traders, so I don't care about what the broker is going to pay back to me. I want the more people that make money under my guidance, the better it is for marketing, the better it is for people joining my community. So a 0 pip spread is going to give you an inclination of what I'm trying to do. GBP USD. I don't have that. Let me add it on. It's zero right now. So 0.02 pips. You can see at the bottom one that's highlighted, the spread there. So 0.02 at the minute. Okay, so anyone that has a fixed spread, it's usually because they're gonna, let's say, B book, because there's no such thing as a fixed spread, right? That's a broker's choice. Um, just it's a bit like saying the markets, why does it not stay at the same price? So the spreads will widen and close up depending on volatility in the market. So around news points, when the market has no idea what's the news is going to come out, the spreads will widen and never leave a trade open at say 10 o'clock at night or 9:45 to 10 o'clock because as the market comes into close of day, what you're going to see is the spreads will really, really widen. If you look at some of the pound crosses, if you go on at 10 o'clock at night, the spreads will be like, I don't know, 50, 60 pips. And that stops more people out at that time of day just because they don't know about spreads widening through lower times of liquidity. Yeah, raw spread account. This is personal capital. You need to tell my missus that, Harvey. What is the difference between wick fill and wick rejection? Okay, so good question, Oscar. Good question. So one of the guys on YouTube has just said, what's the difference between a wick fill and a wick rejection? Okay, so what screen are we on? This one. Uh, okay, so if I was to say, and let me find, so a weak rejection would be when price comes into this area here, you see the markets come in, tapped it, and then reversed. So this is a wick rejection. A wick fill is where you want to trade. For example, let's say we wanted to sell the low of this big bearish candle. The market's popped up and we sell the low as it breaks, and we expect the market to fill this wick because it's in the direction of the trend. So when you look at a candle structure, there's four parts to the structure. Well, there's three parts to the structure, and there's four bits of information it gives. So let me just draw. So if, let me get rid of this. Oh, bollocks. Sorry, did I say that out loud? So, all right. We're having a laugh with me today. Okay, so there's our candle, right? So four bits of information. Let's say this is a seller candle. The seller candle will give us four different prices. So at the top of the body would be the open. At the bottom of the body, come on. I hate MT4 and 5 for doing stuff like this. That's why I use TradingView for analysis. That would be the close. The top of the, now remember this, what we're doing. Jesus. Come on. Ask me to do this on TradingView and it takes 2 seconds. All right. Okay, so when I look at a candle, they're the four bits of information. So this is going to be a seller candle, right? Now, if she's a tough case to crack, Harvey, trust me. Right. So look, high, low, open, close. So that's four bits of information a candle gives you. Then the other way you look at it is, in the way that I teach on the course, and my members is, obviously that's the traditional way. And then, then we have what we call, I should have just changed it, like a wombat. Jeez, sorry guys. I just okay. Now, so when we look at this, then there's three different bits of information that a candle gives us. So one is the liquidity, which is the top wick when we're a seller. The volume is the body. So if you've got a big body, then we've got loss of volume. If there's a small body, little volume. The bottom of the wick or the bottom wick, this is our range. So meaning the next candle, based on a big seller candle like that, the bias for me is for the market to go lower. So if we create a top wick, so meaning the next candle is going up first, I expect the next candle to fill the range of the previous candle. Does that make sense? I just realized these are. Does that make sense, guys? So price to run up, then I would expect it to fill the wick, trading in the direction of the momentum. A wick rejection is where a price has gone up into that zone where we want to be a buyer, where we're looking for breakouts or false breaks, and then price has rejected it. So that would be a wick rejection or price rejection, however you want to phrase it. Oscar, did that answer your question? Sandu, good afternoon. Ooh. We can look at the DAX. Okay, DAX sells I like because I want to look for a sell of the daily low as we highlighted this morning in the live stream. Okay, so we've just broken out on the 15-minute. To be fair, no, I don't like the range on the 15-minute. So I'll come back to the DAX in a little bit, but basically, if you look at the DAX, right, let's get rid of everything for you. Okay, done. Okay, Oscar, this is a wick fill. Daily chart. Look at the structure. We've got a high here, support here. Price breaks through the support, creates a new low. Price comes up, creates a new resistance. We had a strong seller candle yesterday. Today we're grabbing liquidity. We're pushing up. So if we break the low of today, I expect the wick or the range to be filled of yesterday. So this would be a daily flip. Sell stops underneath the low, fill the range. Does that make sense? If that makes sense, guys, drop a yes in the chat or hit some likes. And then this way, yeah, perfect. So we're just going to sit tight. The only trade I would take on the DAX right now would be that. No problem. Bridget, I will cover it in more detail. I just need to, I don't want to flick away from this chart too much. So, in fact, I'll put gold up on my other screen and I'll come back to it. Okay, uh, so resistance is formed here. Support was formed here. Candles broken through. We've closed below and we've created a new support here. The next daily resistance now, because yesterday's candle has formed a bearish candle, we've broken the low, is here. So as you can see, we've got a low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Based on this candle, my sentiment and my vision would be that this market is more likely to continue to the downside, whether it comes to this point here where we can see some kind of support formed on a lower time frame, or whether it comes all the way down to here, we're yet to be seen. I wouldn't hold a trade that long anyway. But what I see is price grabbing liquidity. So grabbing liquidity is just another way of saying price is pushing higher to attract sellers. And if we are going to continue with yesterday's move, then we would expect the next move on this chart to be an impulsive move lower back down to the next structure point. So because this candle's opened and literally just gone higher, it's grabbing liquidity, attracting sellers to the market. And if it does attract enough sellers to the market, it'll break its own low. If it breaks its own low, we should fill the wick of yesterday, which is 101 pips. And that for me would be all I need to make a very, very happy day. So sell stops underneath the low of today, fill the range. And that would be me done. Um, 1 second, guys. I just need to send somebody something. Copy link. Oh, shit. So did that make a little bit more sense there, Bridget? Right, let's go back to gold. Maybe we can get triggered. All these bodies, look how small they are in top wick. It just looks exhausted to me to the upside. Doesn't mean that it won't break to the upside, but if it does, in fact, let me get rid of this now. If it does move to the upside, then I'll be looking for a breakout above 42.18, which is this horizontal here. Um, the last bit in terms of filling the range. So because I'm a day trader, I'm not going to hold this and I'm not going to hold it all the way down here. I'll look for another trade tomorrow if we get the move below. If it breaks its own low, so this bullish candle turns into a bearish candle, I would expect this wick to be filled of the previous day. So this range here, I would expect that to be filled. So sell stop goes in underneath here, and I would look for, if it's 100 points to the low, I'd look for maybe 80, and that'd be me done. Okay, so that'd be a breakout strategy, Harvey. So I want, hi Mark, I've closed half it. If it goes down, would you add the half size that I've closed? Let's have a look. Yeah, yeah, definitely. I would put the half back in underneath here. What? Yeah, so that's BPC. I'll show you the breakout. I'll just load it now, and then you can have a look. Where's the JPEG? Oh, sorry, I've brought up the buy setup, but that is just the inverse of this. Now, I've changed the targets into breakout. Okay, profitable. I'm guessing you seem to be a joker. Um, so look, in terms of profitability, so I'm very different to most traders. A lot of traders will bang on about RR this and 3R that and 8R and 5R. I really, I'm not looking for home runs, okay? I look for consistent market moves in and around the opens of the London, opens of the US. And I'll consistently get 70 to 85% win rate. I don't have the patience to be sitting in a trade. So, uh, in fact, guys, I'll tell you exactly. So, November, let me just go to my account. And in fact, if you're in my free Telegram channel, uh, I'll history, let's go custom. We'll do the 1st of November to the 30th of November. Done. Create a trade report. Okay, average hold time. Right, what do you reckon my average hold time was? Oh, hold on, that doesn't look right. That's definitely not right. That's taken just this month. Uh, create a trade report. Custom. Idiot. First to the first. Done. Why does it keep changing to bloody December? Done. There we go. That should work. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Okay, so average hold time. What do you think my average hold time was? Jez, I'm not sure what you're referring to there, mate. So my average hold time. Anyone got any ideas? 3 minutes, 2 minutes. Bridget, 25 minutes. Good effort. 5 minutes, the Prince Jelly. Anna, 2 minutes. Okay, my average hold time is 21 minutes. Um, I'll send and uh, okay. So look, what I'm gonna do is screen grab that and screen grab that, and I'm gonna put both in the free Telegram channel so you can see. Okay, so uh, November stats, DD average hold time. There you go. I've posted it in the free Telegram channel so you can see. That's a good average. When I look at my stats, a lot of my losses are longer holds in hours. Yeah, so I think you also have to have a look, right? When you've got a longer hold, you've got to ask yourself, what was the conditions of the trade? So realistically, the whole purpose of the systems that I trade and the basis behind them is we're looking for that fresh cash coming into the market and we want to see a move. Harvey, see you, mate. Yeah, here tomorrow, 1 o'clock. Keep asking the questions. Yeah, exactly. That's the case. It's always hope it might come back. Now, listen, if you're going to take a trade on, let's say, an hourly breakout or an hourly BPC, then your hold time is going to be, um, cheers, Harvey. Take care, pal. you're going to see your hold time increase because naturally you've got to allow for the candles to materialize. They've got to form. They've got to form. So it's not going to happen as quick. But if we trade the 15-minute and we're looking for that move as we've had a close below or a close above, now sometimes the 15-minute will close at the same time as the 30, or it'll close at the same time as the hourly. So at the half past of the hour and the hourly close, the 30 minutes going to close, the 15 is going to close, and the hourly will close. So they're all going to set up at the same time. So then it's your choice how you want to manage it. If you're going to manage, Harvey is trolling. Why is it in every chat there are always trolls who refuse to believe? What? Who's trolling? There's no trolling. Harvey's trolling. I, where's he trolling? I don't think so. He's only asking questions from what I've seen. But well, we'll see. Anyway, um, I've not seen any of that. But if he is, he is. Can't help it. They'll always, you know, breakout. Okay, profitable. I'm guessing you seem to be a joker. That's not a troll. That's a bit of sarcasm. He's being sarcastic because of the statistics on the win rate. Yeah, he wasn't trolling. It's just a bit of sarcastic humor. That's all. No problem. But thanks for looking out for me. I appreciate the feedback. But listen, one thing in my place, in my position, there's always going to be people trolling. There's always people hating what I do. I, I, I can't help that. There's always keyboard warriors wherever we go. And those people, I feel for them. They've got nothing else to do but be dicks. So, on the whole, we've got a great community, right? Even, and I'm referring to the free community here that attend most days. Uh, Robro, how are you doing with your account? Is your salary 100% profit from the month or 50% so your account grow or? Well, I've only traded today. I don't have a salary. I work for myself just trading and mentoring and memberships. Everything's trading related. What what am I looking for? That's custom. So, yeah, this is what I just shared. So you see the wins, you'll see the losses. There's a few bigger losses in there as well. 2.2K there. 4,200 loss there, followed up by a 3,700. Never nice when you take one big loss followed by another. Uh, this was three horrible trades: a two, a six, and a five. Look at that. But then we went on a nice little win streak, pulling it back, and then again, and then we finished the month off solidly. So decent month in the end. Well, gold doesn't look like it's going to play out. I think, see if there's anything going to happen here on NASDAQ. All right, I'm just going to reset my charts because one thing about MT5 is I hate the functionality where you can't move it up and down. So I always just refix the scale sizing and then I can move the chart up and down. Okay, so NASDAQ, we've got potential for, it looks like breakout longs if we get above here. I will have to check it on um, TradingView because I don't like to just use MT5 or MT4 for analysis. 30. Okay, so sells I wouldn't look at until we got below here. Yeah, okay, so based on what I'm seeing here right now on this would be a no trade range for me on NASDAQ. That gray zone between 25,453 and 25,370 is a no trade range. Good afternoon, Lightning. Of course, we will exit. So that's up to taking profit out is individual preferences. Just remember when you take profit out and you put it into your bank account, that's when you're going to be taxed. So it's up to you how you want to do it. You can pay yourself like a fund trader, meaning that let's say at the end of the month, if you made 10 grand, pay yourself 20% of it. Let the account grow. If you want to pay yourself more. If you don't need to take money out of your account, then don't. You know, the longer you leave money in there, the more you're going to make. So let me just show you an example. Yeah, it's all right, Bridget. The, a lot of people, they always like to try and get into the old personal and nitty gritty. But let me show you this. Right. Uh, okay, so here you go, guys. Gold's pushing higher. So let's say you start with, I don't know, 10K, and you want to do, we'll say 6%, 6% monthly. Nice, nice steady. Okay, and you're going to do it for monthly. We're going to do it for, let's say, 10 years. Okay, include all days a week. Yes, daily reinvest, additional contributions, deposit with. So 10K, 6% monthly, and we're going to do it for 10 years. And we'll calculate. And in 10 years' time, hold on. Yeah, interest rate. There you go. It's going to be 13 million based on your 10K balance. Okay. So in 10 years, if you could do 6% a month without taking any profit out, you're going to be getting 13 million in 10 years. After 5 years, you'd be at just shy of 400,000, 380, call it 387,000. Okay. Now let's say you want to take some money out. So withdrawals. We're going to take out uh, uh, how can I do this? I'm not sure I can do it here right now. Let's just say you want to take out 1,000. Monthly is the most. So you're at. Oh, I've put 10,000. Oh, I've put 100,000. There we go. Calculate. Now, what you'll see is a huge difference in It's probably not going to work because I can't set a minimum. Yeah, I can't set a minimum. See, it's going to go down to negative at the beginning. Ideally, what I wanted to see if I could, if you took out 500, that'll be 6K, so you'll be at 15 by the end of the term. Where is it? Ah, there we go. Now look at that. See, just by taking $500 out, it's not sustainable. 1,000 a month, or you say when I start making over 5,000 a month in profit, I take out 1,000 a month. I thought you could do it on that one, but you can't. So I'm sure you guys are capable enough to create a little Excel sheet where you can look at that and you'll see the difference in taking out cash and what it does onto the growth of the account. Well, it looks like we're going to have a quiet session. Let me just check NASDAQ on TradingView. And if it is, we might be looking at a momentum entry above, because I can't see things clearly on. Okay, so 23,513. 23,513. So it's 23.36. Hold on. If we take that in, yeah, 38 points. Okay, 38 points on the break of the high. So, okay, I'm looking for a momentum entry here on the news, on the opening. Shit. Oh, fuck's sake. Sorry, guys, I missed it. Right, I'm going to delete it because I don't want to catch it on the way back down. So if you caught it, well done. I tried to buy it as it broke the highs, but I missed it. Sorry, guys. I If you got it, fantastic, but 20 pips first target, 15 pips break even. So 23,475. So if price hits here, move your stops to break even if you got it. This is going to go without me, and it has. So yeah, no trade for me. I was just looking at taking it on the momentum entry coming into the open. Sorry, Dan. Yeah, typical. But yeah, I've deleted that order now. I've deleted that order. Let's delete gold. Potential breakout here as well. But we've got, yeah, wait for the close. Wait for the close. Uh, so we're waiting for a break and close above this level, a wick down, and then we'll trade it long up to this high. So no trades today. We had one sell stop underneath this candle here. We didn't get triggered. I know some people did by spread. And this is why you got to be super, super careful when you're placing your orders and your entries. You want to make sure you give yourself a little bit of wiggle room for markets to do what they need to do. And that's whole November profit lost in one gold trade. You had 40 pip stop. So Bartulka, all I can say is if you've lost a whole month's profit on one trade, you're trading at too big a stop or you moved your stop loss. I mean, too big a lot size or you moved your stop loss. Did you move your stop loss? Uh, Anna, how was it a full loss? You closed half. Yeah, but Bartulka, I'm sure you, oh no, you said 40 pip spread, right? 40 pip spread, not stop loss. Yeah, okay. But look, things you got to say to yourself when you look at it, right? 402, 4202, 80 pips, 8, 8. Yeah, I mean, look, if I was in the trade and you were watching, certain things you'd have probably have seen would be like Anna, she closed half the trade when it broke the highs. Um, I think it was this one. So it opened here, it came down, and then as soon as it broke the highs, I think she closed half. Now, then it creates a top wick. This was looking nice, right? Next candle is it's opened here. It's probably come down first and then broke the highs again. I can't remember the exact play of it because I kept flicking between. Now, you did have opportunities. So here, this movement on this candle, when this one moves down first and then comes up and breaks its own high, you got to be killing the trade because that's three times we've seen it go down, boom, boom, and then fail and keep breaking its own high. Ah, right, okay. But you did the right thing closing the first half, Anna, but I think there was opportunity to get yourself um, again, either close half or the full thing when it gave this next flick down into here. Once it pushed, I thought we would have seen the break of those lows on this one here, and it didn't. So it came down and then it's pushed higher, broke its own high. Okay, so 8 minutes. Now this might go without us. Right, let's, there we go. I've just bought that momentum entry above here. Okay, sorry guys, that was all a bit quick. All right, stop loss at entry. We did 15 pips. So shame we didn't quite get to the 20, but we'll see if we get there. Oh, literally 0.02 of a pip. Okay, don't like it. Come on. If it gets back to my entry, I'll close it all. Right, stop loss is at entry, and because I don't want to manage it manually. And there we go, 20 pips. Right, next full target, partial TP. Let's see where that takes us. Ah, okay, no point. 50 pips is the full exit. Hey, Globiana, how are we doing? Did anyone catch the 20? Bridget, well done. So literally, it was just a momentum entry as we broke these highs. So look, you'll see. So this will be my final trade of the day. No problem, Globiana. We'll get more trades this week. I'll update the stats shortly, but we'll finish this trade first. You know what, guys? What is it? I'm going to close another half. So look, I've closed another half, and we'll just see. We'll see what happens. And I'm going to push my stop up a little bit just to cover any sort of spread and commissions. Right, while we're at break even and that's in, let's just update the stats. So I'm not going to do anything with this now. I've closed out half twice, so there's 25% of the trade running. So we're 67 wins. Right, that's updated on TikTok. And we are updated now on YouTube. Okay, yeah, so we have so that's going to be it for me today. No more further trades. If this one hits target, hits target. If it stops me out, it stops me out. I'm ST going long. Bridget, what does the ST mean? Sorry. Uh, Lyric Leaf, thank you for the follow. Right, 15 pips, 10 pips. See if we can see. Oh, it's close. Come on. See if we can get to the. Now, I suspect there's going to be a chunk of sellers coming in here, regardless, just because of where we are on the daily chart. So there'll be a lot of profit taking. It doesn't matter because we've already taken our profit. So we're going to see what happens now. We've taken the majority of our position off. You can see down here we had 5 lots running. I've secured 3.75, so there's only 1.25 running. Yeah, well done, guys. So, do I always go live? Yeah, so this year, my lives have been pretty much Monday or from August, they've been Monday to Friday for everyone. 2026, it's going to change. Tuesday and Thursdays are going to be purely for members. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I will go live still for free community. Um, I want to give more value to my members. Okay. Doesn't mean I'm taking away from the free guys, but I'm just giving more back to my members. That's all. You guys still get to see me trade live and still get to see it all on the free side. But yeah, I want to give more back to members. Um, so we're going to cut down from 4 or 5 live streams a week for everyone on the free live streams to 3. Yeah, members will from next year they'll get 8 live streams a week. And here we go. Come on, full TPs. Right, what I'm going to do here, guys, I'm going to bring this up right underneath. So if it breaks its own low, I'm out. There we go. I'm out. 40 odd pips. Done. There we go. Day's done. No more trades for me today. So if you join me, give yourself a nice little round of applause. Oh, stop the entry. Yeah. Yeah. So there we go. I'm done. I'm out. So any questions, guys? Any questions? Um, okay, yeah. If you just wanted to join on the monthly membership, uh, that is here. I'm not sure if you like that one, Jess. You like a bit of gorgonzola there. I knew you'd be up for that one. Where do you think the price is going next, Charles? I'll have a look in a second. I'll change screens. Let me go to uh, let me change and go to what do you call it? Trading view because I'm not going to be placing any more trades now. So um, on which um, on which market, Charles? Close it. I'm just going to close my what do you call it? Uh, what's it called? MT5 because I won't be placing any more trades now. Okay. Charles was referring to gold. Okay, let's have a look. Well, look, structure higher time frame on daily. Now, if the daily breaks its own high, we could potentially, we're going to fill, if we break our own high here today, we'll go and fill the range of this wick, in my opinion. And if we break that, I think we'll go on and test the highs. How we do that, I have no idea. So, based on this, let me just get rid of all this now. If this candle closes bullish like this on the 4 hour, then we're setting up for some potential nice moves. The hourly though, if you look, I just don't like these candles here. So what I want to see, I don't like these candles. Why don't I like these candles? Yeah. So explain to me why I don't like these candles here. Someone tell me. No, no, Mr. Buckley, good afternoon. Yeah, there's no volume. They're all small-bodied candles, tips of wicks to the upside and downside. Now, based on the structure, right? If this candle gets above here, then we've got to think that the market is going to continue pushing up as I suggested. But whatever we remain below this price point, if sellers come in here, you've got nice big candle bodies to work with where we could look at a range trade short. So my alert just went off on gold for a potential yeah, exactly, Charles. Choppy, no momentum. So maybe we could come back down. So if the market is going to go higher, it's going to have to form a higher low at some point and a higher high. So if price does come from here, we might come down. It could continue the trend lower. It could come down, create a higher low before breaking and creating a higher high. So I'm happy to, if I was going to look at more trades today, I'd want to see a seller candle form here. Then I'd want to see the next candle push up, and then I'd sell the low of the seller candle. Does that make sense? Cool. Right, guys. I think I'm gonna lock off now for the day. But I'll da, da, da. One second. Why is that not working? Uh, why is that not working? I'm just trying to. Never mind. Okay. For those of you wanting to just look at the monthly options, becoming a your comment was yeah, it doesn't allow. They're getting a bit smart, these guys. Yeah, okay. So anyone that's interested in joining the membership, then guys, what you need to do is drop me a DM or join the free Telegram channel. Join the free Telegram channel. See some of the setups that have been, oh, that's the members channel. First thing you need to do is join the free Telegram channel and get yourself on there. You'll see some setups shared in the morning, some charts, different things. So if you're not on the free Telegram channel already, get yourself on there. Okay, but that's it. I'm done for the day. There's going to be no more trades from me. Okay, finished. Don't need to do anything else. So I will see members. I'll see you all tomorrow morning. Everyone else, I'll see you tomorrow afternoon. Okay, take care, guys. Bye 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 bye.